Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the second layout using the Hip Kit Club for September, and I'm showing you some of the products that I might be using. And for the Hip Kit Club you have the main kit and then you have add-ons. So you have an embellishment add-on, the color add-on, which this month was gelatos, and then there's a stamp add-on and also a cardstock add-on. And I'm showing you some of the papers there from Teresa Collins, Studio Calico, and Crate Paper. And this month, the stamp add-on is My Favorite Things Trendy Triangles, and also the dies, the triangles that go with the stamp set. So I decided that where that pattern paper had triangles on it, I thought, well, that'll be fun to use some of or that stamp set so that it can go with the pattern paper. I'm going to use that crate paper sort of cork background. I didn't know if I wanted that other side. I really like the other side, but I decided to go with the cork. And I'm looking at that alpha and I want those squiggly lines on it for sure. I really like that. But I'm also looking at the sheet as I want to use it as lettering for my title. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outline of the triangle in the rich cocoa from Memento. And then I'm going to take the fresh peach from Hero Arts, and that is a mid-tone ink. And I really love that color. I think my two favorite colors, well, it changes all the time. I think it's pale tomato, I think it's fresh peach, and then I like the teal one, and I like them all. They're really great inks. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't know if those triangles would be really, that they'd be able to flip really easy, because I didn't know if you'd really be able to tell if there was an up and a down. Do you know what I mean? So I knew I wanted the triangles to go the way they are now, like up, down, up, down, up, down. And what I'm going to do, well, what I'm going to try to do at the beginning is going to use the die to cut these out. But it's really hard when you're stamping. I'll tell you what the dies are good for, and I want to do a layout with it before I'm done with the Hip Kit Club. Is, cutting out your pattern paper and then using that as a way to embellish your backgrounds. So then once I did the whole rich cocoa triangle, then I'm going to take the smaller triangles and I'm going to use a fresh peach, I think it's called, from Hero Arts. And I'm going to do, I only took 3 different patterns. I didn't want it to be overwhelming. And this is what I was thinking. The buildings, the page is about us going shopping at the Rentham Outlets place, and it's awesome. And the top of the buildings are kind of triangle like that. And then the middle part, it was, I don't know, the windows. I know my brain's a little far-fetched, but that's what it reminded me of. So that at first I didn't know if I want to do a border at the top and at the bottom, but I decided to do only at the top. And you're going to see the switch in the color of the video camera too. I tried buying a new camera and I don't like it. It's going back tomorrow. I just find it looks too green, and it's not true colors. I don't like it. So I'm just going to stick with my iPhone. I like the clarity of the iPhone, and I already have it. So before I bought the new camera, I asked, can I return this, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like the way it films and everything. And they said yes. So tomorrow I'm going to bring it back. And because I did some research, and in order to get the next level of camera, it's like $1,000, and there's no way I can't pay $1,000 for a camera. So the iPhone is working really good. It's not bad. Like when I'm looking at it now, it's not bad. I find it's too greenish again, or too, maybe if I turn the mat over, it would be okay. But another thing it does is if I tape all in a row, like I don't turn it off, it makes files of 12 minutes, 37 seconds. Like to upload this video, it took me all afternoon because it was 5 videos of 12 minutes and 37 seconds. It was annoying. So that's what kind of did it for me. I can have an hour and a half recording on my iPhone, and it takes about half an hour to upload it to iMovie. And I think I was a little spoiled by that because for the last month, doing videos has been a whole lot easier because the uploading is not as long. And 2, it's easier on my computer because my computer is almost 4 years old and it's done 320 process videos. And each video was taken about 6 hours to upload to iMovie and then do the final thing. And so that's a lot of work for a computer. Sometimes it would just process for like, 6 to 8 hours in a day. So if I can make it so that I can, when I do upload a video to iMovie, it's half an hour, 40 minutes instead, I'm going to do that because I don't want to have to get a new computer anytime soon. Because this one works still fine. I just need to, take it easy. So this is where I decide, no, I want to keep that row of triangles at the top. And then I'm going to put the title at the bottom, and I'm going to use those letters. And I thought I was going to cut, right up against the letter. And it's only once I cut the O and the P out, I'm like, oh, I should have cut them straight. And then I wouldn't have had to fussy cut because that peachy pink is actually nice. I kind of like it. So I'm going to have to figure something out. And of course, there's a P missing, which I'm going to have to go get the second pattern paper and cut the P out. But I'm just going to figure something for the P, and I'm going to do same thing with the other piece so that both of them look the same. So it looks like I did it on purpose. So now I'm just looking. At first I thought I want to put more than one photo, and then I decide to it's a photo of my husband, my son, and the dog, because we had taken the dog shopping because this place, this outlet place, which is awesome, by the way, it's like a little village, and you can just walk through, and it's just beautiful, and they allow dogs as long as they're on a leash. And so we brought the dog, and my husband and my son came in a few stores when it was for him. He got a bunch of shorts and t-shirts and jeans for school, but once he had everything he needed, like, he would rather be in a video store, like video game store. And so, all this shopping, they just rather, we bought him a box of chocolate, and he was happy. He was just sitting out there, sitting on the bench, and they were in the shade, and they would get water for the dog, and people would stop and pet the dog. So they had fun talking to people too. I don't know if you saw the difference in color there, like the brightness, but this is with my iPhone, and I'd rather have this. This is so much brighter, so much, I don't know, so much more focused. Even when I was looking at it, it was the other one was kind of jerking, and I didn't like that. And so I'm just going to keep using my iPhone. I had a little bit of problem with my lighting for a bit, but I think I figured that out. So if not, it's just, figuring out the lighting a little bit. So at this point, I decide that I'm going to ink everything. So I'm taking that fresh peach and a sponge, and I'm inking all the strips at the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to also ink the letters. And then I took my Wink of Stella pen, and it's clear pen, and it's sort of adds glitter. And I added glitter to all the triangles on the brown part. And in person, it's really pretty. Like, it just shines and it's glittery. Whew, sorry. It's been a long day. I got a ton of stuff done. It's 11 o'clock at night, Friday night. And I just want this is due on Sunday. So I like everything to be done way ahead of time. I'm not the last minute kind of person. I like to do my stuff way ahead of time. So I want to make sure that I send this to Kimberly by tomorrow so that she has lots of time. She's not rushing, trying to get things done on her end. So Kimberly is with Hip Kit Club, and if you're wondering about Hip Kit Club, I'm going to have the link in the description, but it's hipkitclub.net, and she does ship internationally. The only thing is you need to email her, and I'll also have her email address in the description just to get a shipping cost. And also, she's willing to ship every other month, I guess, so that you can save on shipping. And members, once you're a member, you get 15% off all additional add-ons that you get. Like I said, there's the main kit, and then there's the embellishment kit, the color add-on, the stamp add-on, and then the cardstock add-on. So go check her out. The kits are really awesome. So at this point, I cut down that triangle paper. And if I don't know if I just want to make it the size of the photo, I just leave it until I make a decision. And then, because I can cut it off, but I can't, once I cut it, I can't put it back. So I always wait and kind of, think about what I want to do. And then once I decide, then I go with it. So I took one of my Project Life cards, and it just says this and that. And I just want it somewhere to journal on the layout. So it's a nice pink that coordinates with the pink in the triangle paper. And then I want to use one of those chipboards that came in the kit, and it's a big floral. And then I pulled a sticker from the My Mind's Eye sticker sheet, and it says "You're the best," because that place is the best for shopping. The only other place that I really, really loved was near New York, near Florida, New York. The shopping there was amazing too. Like, we absolutely loved it. And it kind of reminded me of that place because it was like a little village, and it was sort of similar. And I think we spent a little bit more time shopping this time because when we went to New York, the whole point of going to New York was to go see New York City. But this time we went camping, so we went 2 or 3 times to this place. And we ended up finding, well, especially my daughter, the reason I have the crown on this layout is she is the queen of shopping. I particularly don't enjoy shopping except when we're on vacation. I think it's because we're not rushed. I'm not like, I always tell my husband, he says, "Do you want to come shopping?" And I'm like, "No, I only have I only have 3 days left of off. I don't want to go anywhere. When I'm not working, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay home and just enjoy my days off and just do stuff around the house and scrap and, just enjoy the peace, I guess. Because my son goes to school all day, so it's nice and quiet here during the day. So there was a chipboard piece that was sort of stripes, and it was in the right colors, and it had some gold. So I wanted 3 spots on the layout that had a little bit of gold. So I'm going to put that at the bottom of the layout, and then there was another chipboard piece that said favorite. So I'm just going to put, shopping, and I just put favorite next to it. And then in the middle cluster, I'm going to put 3 arrows, and they're also in gold. So that'll be my 3 gold elements. The word favorite, the 3 arrows that I'm playing with right now, and then the crown. So the top layer has that sticker, like I said, "You are the best," and a chipboard heart and that crown. And the middle cluster has a chipboard flower, and it has another little chipboard that has 3 little hearts and then some enamel dots. And then I put another little cluster right above, I guess, the second part of the title, and I put a little chipboard heart with some enamel dots. And then I also am adding some twine from my stash. And now I'm using the letters that came in the kit from My Mind's Eye, and they're the dark chocolate on tan, or tan on dark chocolate. And I mounted the photo on a dark chocolate, I think it's called espresso from Stampin' Up. And so I felt okay putting brown letters on the layout. And I just put here for the girls, because it's, you know, shopping, it was kind of our favorite thing to do for the girls. The guys, they kind of came along, you know, because they just came to try, because there's all kinds of little kiosks outside selling roasted nuts and, you know, smoothies. And so they kind of had fun trying out that kind of stuff. So we were in stores, you know, spending money, and they were outside buying ice cream and smoothies and roasted nuts, and they were trying all kinds of stuff and talking to people, and because, like I said, everybody was stopping and you know, going up to the dog and asking how old he was, and we were surprised. Like, there was a lot of people that knew that he was a golden doodle. And before we actually bought him, I never even heard of that type of dog, you know, a golden retriever and a poodle mixed together. I never even heard of it. It was someone at work that told me that, you know, they shed less. So if I want to get another dog for my son, that would be a good dog to get. So anyway, back to the layout. At some point, you just need to just commit and start gluing down. When I start any layout, I have no idea where I'm going. I knew this layout, I wanted to stamp some triangles, but I didn't know if I was just going to use them in clusters. When I looked at that alpha sheet, I knew that in the form that it was in, the only thing I knew for sure was I like that little squiggly line thing that was in between each the alphas. So I knew I want to cut those separately and use them on the pages that way. And when I looked at that sheet, I was like, the only way I could use that sheet is one, to use the back of it, which is gray with white stars, or to cut the letters out and use them as an alpha, which is what I ended up doing. So what I did to fix the P is, for the P, I kind of cut in and went underneath the P and then down. And it worked out good, because both P's, I did the same thing. So it worked out perfectly. So really, in a few seconds here, I'm going to show you some close-ups of the layout. But if you want to see more close-ups, you can join me on my blog, which the link is in the description, or on Facebook, and the link is also going to be in the description. And go check out Hip Kit Club. And if you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind letting YouTube know and giving me some thumbs up. So that's it. The page is done, and here are some close-ups of all the different clusters, embellishment clusters, and that's it. It's done. Thanks for watching. Bye.